Right, hello and welcome back. Now, the base is completed. I've finished all the build work. Well, I tell a lie there. There is two small windscreen wipers to go actually onto the tram. But besides that, everything is completed and is now going to be ready for weathering. So I thought I'd do this video just to sort of take you around, show you what I've done, and then I should do a separate video of me doing the bits of weathering. I will be telling you what I'm going to be weathering because there isn't going to be a great deal on this because it's pretty good as it is. The simple reason I put it down to is manage to get colour into the bricks, the blocks, before we actually let them down, which has given me a great base now to do very light weathering. So to start off with, what have I done? Well, what have I done is the tram has been complete. We'll start with the tram. Scratch build all the gates, the bars inside all the way through. So all this now is complete and ready to actually take passengers, which will be done very soon. The base has actually been finished off. This part here, been lacquered, finished off nice and smooth. All the sides being trimmed up. Just a coat of paint, just to blend it in and tone it down. Now, weathering wise on the front here, it's only going to be the chair. The railings are going to take a little bit of rusting, and the support poles for the electric. Now we'll move up to them support poles because they have all been rebuilt. MiniArt only supplied a bracket and a piece of wire to actually go across there, which was miles too high for the actual tram, especially on this diorama as I lifted the poles up the height of the curb. So I rebuilt the actual arm. I made a new arm on it, and the support brackets as well to carry the cable, which you can just about see in there. So all that's been redone. Weathering wise on that, there's just going to be some light rusting to go on that, and dust, the same with the tram, just some light dusting on there. The actual blocks themselves, if we turn it this way, they look pretty good. I might just probably do a little bit of a wash, not quite sure. Also we'll probably do down the gutter a little bit of staining, a little bit of dirt and grime, maybe a few leaves, bits and pieces like that, but that'll all fall into place when I actually start weathering. Now the building at the back here, we'll start from this end and then we'll turn it round. I've actually put, as you can see, a small light on the top there, and also that has its own cable running. If we turn very gently, you can just see that we've got the cable running right the way through to a small junction box here. And as the decision was to make this the old part and this like a new build, the little piece of tape you see there, when I actually do some weathering on here, that will leave that bit clean when I take it off, to sort of indicate that that light has now been transferred over to the corner, i.e. the reason of the junction box and everything else. Weathering wise on here will be very light because I want to keep that as new. This part of the building will be done quite heavily. The inside the windows will be dirtied up and everything like that, so that will be that. The roof line, I don't quite know if you can see that. Lift that up just a fraction. Excuse the shaky camera work. Right, settle that down. I've actually ran a piece of flash all the way down the back. This was just generally to tidy it up and make it look nice and clean and neat. That's going to be need to weathered because lead isn't nice and shiny. We all know that lead's like a dark grey, so that will be weathered in. This part of the roof will be darkened slightly, and probably a little bit of moss and rubbish in the bin, in the gutter, should I say, and I'll probably just use a very light wash on that as well. Moving down, as you can see, we've got the signs in. Hopefully my good friend Jens isn't going to sit there giggling to himself because I asked him how to do general store and tobacconist, spell it in German, and I'm hoping that I've done it correctly, so Jens could have a little bit of a laugh there, I suppose. Moving around, we'll turn it around this way so we can see. The shops, they've all been completed. Door handles put on, both of them. They've been numbered up. MiniArt supplied in the kit actual posters, which I've used all the way along the windows. They're going to need just sort of fading in and making, well, look like they've been up for a while. The older section here, along the bottom here, is going to be a little bit dirtier and green all the way through, but I'll be doing that as we do the rest of the, well, weathering. So basically that is the actual diorama complete, except for now the figures, which are virtually all completed, and you won't be, well, you will be seeing this again because like I say, I will be doing a video on showing you what I'm using for the weathering and how I'm doing bits and pieces, and then I shall get all the figures finished off and completed, all in situ, and then I shall do a final reveal on the whole thing. Hopefully that's going to be within, well, next 3 or 4 days, because I shall get started on the weathering as soon as I've finished this video and uploaded it. I'm going to get started on that. I shall do some clips, and then it will be probably a day, 2 days on figure painting just to finish them off, and then getting everything positioned and finished. And then this can actually go to my sister-in-law, which she didn't actually commission me to do it. I started doing it and she sort of fell in love with it, and she's been following this build quite intently. So Geraldine, if you're watching, it will be on its way to you hopefully by Monday or Tuesday. So thank you very much for joining me. I know it's a bit of a short video and there's not showing you much, but I just want you to see the whole thing complete before we start the weathering, and hopefully you can probably see just that very nice subtle change to the whole finished item. So thank you again very much, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one, which will be the weathering.